Happening now on Hawaii Island, more developments in the murder case of Dana Ireland. The Schweitzer brothers, originally convicted for Ireland's murder, has since been exonerated, but today they're back in court. This comes after the Hawaii Innocence Project and attorneys filed a motion over the weekend to preserve evidence and information regarding the investigation about the new suspect. Our Big Island Bureau Chief Jeremy Lee is live in Hilo and has exclusive reaction from the Innocence Project representatives. Jeremy, what happened in court today?
The brothers Ian and Sean Schweitzer sat in court today right here in Hilo. At times, their faces bore a look of frustration that after all of these years, there was still resistance by the state, in this case, Hawaii County, in having their innocence proclaimed. They heard arguments today in regards to disclosing the new information. Now, both brothers, of course, had their cases dismissed in the Ireland murder case. The state argued today that that in itself should be sufficient. But the big shakeup in the last 10 days, the recently identified suspect in the 1991 murder and rape of Dana Ireland, Albert Lauro Jr., is dead by suicide this month. Now, days after police interviewed him this month. And now, the brothers who were wrongly accused of the crimes appeared in court today in Hilo. There were two motions, one that officially declared their innocence and to disclose all evidence in the Dana Ireland case. All of these details from over 30 years ago were dramatically recounted, including revisiting the false testimony of convicts that put the Schweitzer brothers behind bars in the first place. In the media, the name Frank Pauline is often linked. Now, the Innocence Project that spurred the Schweitzer brothers' defense make it clear that they did not know, the Schweitzer brothers did not know Frank Pauline. In fact, the Innocence Project is scrutinizing years of what they characterize as mistakes and misinformation that has gone out. In court, details were recounted about the crime scene where Dana Ireland was discovered by a resident. It was said that it took an hour for police to arrive. That police officer had no first aid kit. Then it took another hour before medical attention arrived. I had asked the chief of police, Ben Moskowitz, yesterday at the press conference, what was the manner of death? Well, it was recited many times in court today. The manner of death was that she bled out. I'm still waiting for confirmation from the Hawaii County Police Department, but that information should have been coupled with the evidence to have probable cause to charge Albert Lauro Jr. That is the argument that is being made in court today. And again, we're going to stay on this story. We're going to have a lot more, including those exclusive reactions from the Innocence Project, which we were able to record outside of the courtroom. So stay with us. We are going to continue to cover this story. For now, we are live here in Hilo at the county building. Jeremy Lee, Island News.
Jeremy, thank you so much for staying on top of this investigation. And as Jeremy mentioned, the new suspect in Ireland's murder was recently identified as 57-year-old Albert Lauro Jr. Investigators linked him to the case thanks to the help of a throwaway fork. The DNA on the utensil matched DNA found at the scene.